The secret to having more impact, to building the legacy that we care about, is doing less, not more, but really getting aligned so that what we do builds, creates momentum, and reinforces our goals in 3 dimensions, not just in one trajectory. So, those 3 dimensions, if you've been following my work and know Lead in 3D, they're familiar. And if you're human, they're also pretty familiar because they're intentionally very elemental and universal to us. The idea is that we have the most impact, we live our best lives, and find true fulfillment when we lead in 3D, pursuing goals for me, my holistic well being, we, the performance of our teams and families, and the world around us, the communities or causes that we care about investing in. And when we align in this way, it's not distracting or overwhelming. It actually unlocks win-win-wins and the ways that we spend our time, attention, and energy can multitask, creating efficiency and momentum. And so the path to get there, which I talk about in my talks and use in my own life, it has emerged from my own personal experience of leading in 1 dimension or 2 dimensions and burning out and not achieving my optimal impact or well-being, is stop, drop, and roll. So the idea is to stop, to get present, and not just when crisis strikes, right? We've all had those. Goodness knows I've had my share just in this last year. And that can be powerful, right? A crisis hits and we stop to reflect because we can't not stop. But what if we stopped proactively just because it's Friday, or because it's the end of a quarter, or because someone canceled a meeting and we have 30 minutes spare to reflect? That stopping is super important so that we can get present, check in with our bodies, which we do all too rarely in most cases, and really listen for what's working, what's not, where are we aligned, where are we scattered or overreaching. That's step 1, stop. It frees us up for step 2, drop, let go of things, commitments, habits, bad habits, negative thoughts, inaction, lots of things to drop, both positive and negative. And this is often the hardest for you all, my audience, my people of high achieving, ambitious, caring, purpose-driven, impact-seeking humans. I see you. And we are not droppers. We add, we pile on, we do more, we commit, we agree, we bend, we add, we multitask. But the real magic comes when we drop so that we can be more aligned, more focused, work deeper, more thoughtfully, and find these connections, which come in step 3, which is roll. This is about congruence, about alignment, about finding the interconnections, the win-win-wins from the various things we do, connecting the dots. And so I want to share a drop that I just did. And it was hard. It was not easy. You know, some things we feel like they've dragged along. It's a board that we joined and we feel like we should be on it and we don't want to write the no. So we just kind of drag along and show up half present for the board meetings and help make quorum happen. And so when you say no to that, finally, when you drop that because your term's up or whatever else happens, it's just like, whew, glad to be rid of that one, which is awesome. Still frees time up, still achieve step 2. So good for you. Take credit for those drops. But drops of things that aren't obviously not a heck yes, right? That are a harder, less clear no to say are hard. It's a loss. It's a disappointment. And so I had finally confirmed and committed to a beautiful plan for a beautiful Equus retreat in Santa Fe this fall. I did a pilot at the Modern Elder Campus last August with a client, and it was magic as I knew it would be. And then I was looking to 2025 and zeroing in on when dates could be, when that would fit, talking to some people who were interested about what might work for them and talking to MEA about their calendar. We landed, we put it on the calendar Few people were in early, which was very exciting. Several other people were interested. Couldn't do it, could do it, didn't know. I was preparing my outreach schedule to, get it all full by July 1st and then dive into planning. And each morning when it would show up on my calendar where I put it to promote the event and to do the next round of outreach and to follow up with people who had expressed interest, it just kind of slid to this afternoon when I'm back in my email inbox. I'll do that. And then, I didn't quite fit time, so tomorrow. And the entire week went by and I didn't do that week's plan to get the word out. And I was like, I'll do it next week. I'll push by a week. And then I didn't do it the next week. And then one person who had committed and was really excited dropped out. I looked at that. MEA's landing page that they do for, as a partner, their marketing team was really underwater with a website refresh on their side. And so they hadn't delivered the landing page weeks after they were supposed to. So I built one, but it wasn't great. And so it was on my mind at night. I was falling asleep. I usually sleep pretty well. I'm pretty exhausted by the end of the day, so I don't usually ruminate. But a few nights out of a few weeks, I was ruminating. This retreat was just a little bit of a pulse, a throb as I tried to sleep. And I rolled over and readjusted my eye mask and turned on a Peloton meditation. And so finally it was loud. And I said, it's not right. I can't do it. There's other stuff building that I want to do, that I need to do. And this is not aligned right now. It's not in integrity for me to try to build this out and give the energy and love and effort to engaging the right people, much less the deep work that it takes to plan a 3-day immersive trajectory of learning and transformation. And the horses do a lot of the work, but as facilitator, I still own a lot. And it's a lot, and it's beautiful. I love it, and it changes lives and behavior and builds connection and opens potential and opportunity. But I said no, I dropped it. And so it's not no, it's delayed. It'll happen in 2026. I can't wait. So if that all is intriguing, you're like, wait, no, I wanted October. It'll come. It's just further in the future. But I wanted to share it because dropping things is not easy for us as high achievers. It is not easy for me. I know that. And so it is important to me and to Riley to say, good job, Mom. Good job, self. Good job, you 3D leaders, in dropping things and saying no and letting go of even the really good ones when they just can't fit and would put you out of alignment of where you want to be and put the product or the offering out of alignment of how you want it to be, and thus model to the world, among other reasons, that it's okay to overcommit. It's right to exhaust ourselves in the pursuit of our impact or our work or our satisfaction. It is not. We need to rest. We need to settle down on the couch at the end of long days and recover and recuperate so we can show up best the next day. So there you are. There's my latest, biggest, hardest drop in the last several months. It was not easy. And so I appreciate the opportunity and platform to put this out there. And I hope that it inspires you to think about a hard drop that might be lurking, pulsing as you fall asleep tonight, maybe, or to celebrate yourself for something that you already have dropped. Good job. And or to bring this into your team, your community, your families, your friend groups, and talk openly about what you're dropping or what you're not dropping that you think maybe you need to or want to. So stop, drop, and then we can roll. There's so much coming already since this drop. There is so much magnetism and momentum around the core things, the priorities that I am focused on, where I can be my best self and have my best impact and deliver in the ways I want to right now. So the retreat will come. It's not in October. And here's to all of us getting to be better, more intentional, and more aligned droppers.